Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session we have completed regarding preparation of potassium permanganate. Okay, well now in this session we go for the next part of the chapter, that is we are looking for properties of potassium permanganate KMnO4, right? So if I consider the properties of potassium permanganate, say I will consider the action of heat, means when it is heated, when it is subjected for heating, how is going to interact with the heat content, right? Yes, if we consider action of heat, say potassium permanganate on heating around 513 Kelvin temperature. So KMnO4, say we have taken KMnO4 in a vessel, or you can say crucible, and if it is heated at 513, at what temperature? At 513 Kelvin temperature, 513 Kelvin temperature. So what happens? Say there will be formation of potassium manganate. Okay, potassium permanganate when heated at 513 Kelvin temperature, there will be formation of potassium manganate K2Mn. Okay, O4, potassium manganate will be formed. Potassium manganate and MnO2 plus O2, these are the side products. Oxygen is liberated here, which means what happened? Potassium permanganate is reduced here, reduced to potassium manganate. At what temperature? At 513 Kelvin temperature. So it's very important. So please remember it. Well, here potassium permanganate get reduced back to potassium manganate at what temperature? At 513 Kelvin temperature, right? Well, so potassium manganate formed when it is further heated. If you heat it further, so what happens? That potassium manganate is get converted into potassium manganite. Potassium manganate K2MnO4 is get converted into what? Potassium manganite K2MnO3. Okay, and oxygen is liberated here. So if you consider reaction of heat, say at 513 Kelvin temperature, what happens? Potassium permanganate get reduced to potassium manganate, MnO2 plus oxygen is liberated. On further heating, potassium manganate is converted into potassium manganite, and oxygen is liberated again. Okay, it is regarding action of heat. Well, okay. Next one, action of cold concentrated sulfuric acid. So what I am specifying? Action of cold concentrated sulfuric acid. Here cold refers to room temperature. So around 25 degree Celsius. Okay. Well, now if potassium permanganate is treated with the sulfuric acid, that is cold concentrated sulfuric acid, what happens? Potassium permanganate when treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, there will be formation of Mn2O7. Mn2O7, manganese heptoxide. Okay, manganese heptoxide is formed. Manganese heptoxide, Mn2O7 and KHSO4, potassium bisulfate, and water is formed. So what it is? Action of cold concentrated sulfuric acid. So potassium permanganate when treated with the cold concentrated sulfuric acid. So what is the proportion here? 2:2, or you can say 1:1, simple ratio. Okay, gives rise to manganese heptoxide, potassium bisulfate, KHSO4 plus water. Okay, well, so now whatever manganese heptoxide which is unstable, say the manganese heptoxide formed which is unstable, so what happens? It decomposes to give MnO2, manganese dioxide, and oxygen is liberated here. That heptoxide is get converted into manganese dioxide. Okay, so heptoxide is unstable, so heptoxide is get converted into manganese dioxide by liberating oxygen molecules, or you can say oxygen gas. So you got it. So if I consider action of cold concentrated sulfuric acid, yes, potassium permanganate when treated with cold concentrated sulfuric acid gives manganese heptoxide, potassium, okay, bisulfate and water. Manganese heptoxide being unstable is converted into manganese dioxide and oxygen, right? Well, next one, action of hot concentrated sulfuric acid, means at higher temperature. Okay, action of hot concentrated sulfuric acid. So when potassium permanganate is treated with the hot concentrated sulfuric acid, now look at the proportion. What is the ratio here? 4:6, or you can say 2:3 is the simple ratio. 2:3 proportion. So here 1:1 in cold condition. Okay, reaction will be in the ratio of 1:1, but in hot condition reaction ratio will be 2:3. Please remember, this is a ratio, simple whole number ratio. Cold condition 1:1, hot condition 2:3, right? So well, action of hot concentrated sulfuric acid. So potassium permanganate when treated with the hot concentrated sulfuric acid gives manganese sulfate, MnSO4, potassium sulfate, K2SO4, 5O2, oxygen gas liberated plus water. So action of hot concentrated sulfuric acid. So 4 KMnO4 plus 6 H2SO4 gives rise to 4 MnSO4 plus 2 K2SO4 plus 5O2 plus 6 H2O is the reaction. Okay. Well, say in cold condition, what is the proportion to be remembered? 1:1, and what is the hot condition? 2:3. Well, it is regarding action of concentrated sulfuric acid in cold and concentrated sulfuric acid in a hot condition. Well, next property, that is action of hydrogen. Well, say potassium permanganate when treated with the nascent hydrogen, that is hydrogen gas, so gives rise to what? KMnO4 when treated with H2 gives rise to potassium hydroxide, MnO2 and water. So KMnO4 on treating with hydrogen gas gives rise to potassium hydroxide, manganese dioxide and water. Okay, well, is a simple reaction. The next one, oxidizing properties of KMnO4. Okay, as I said here, potassium permanganate also act as a well-known oxidizing agent. So say for example, ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, ethene. Say if I consider oxidation of ethene, say oxygen molecule and water molecule, say here that when treated in presence of alkaline potassium permanganate, so ethene will be get converted into ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol, which means what happens here, that ethene is get oxidized to, okay, alkene is get oxidized to alcohols. So ethene when treated with the alkaline potassium permanganate gives a ethylene glycol, which means ethene, or I can say alkenes are get oxidized to alcohols. Well, one more example for oxidizing nature, oxidation of hydrogen sulfide to sulfur, H2S2S. So first we consider, so KMnO4 when treated with sulfuric acid gives rise to K2SO4, MnSO4, 3H2O plus 5O. Nascent oxygen will be liberated here. So potassium permanganate when treated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, what are the product formed here? Potassium sulfate, manganese sulfate, water and nascent oxygen will be liberated. 5 moles of oxygen atoms will be liberated. Now these oxygen atoms are involved in the oxidation process. Say 5H2 plus 5H2S, hydrogen sulfide plus 5O gives rise to, okay, gives rise to 5H2O plus. So well, what happened here? Hydrogen sulfide means H2S, right? H2S, in which 2H plus S 2 minus sulfide ion, right? Sulfur is going to carry -2 charge. Hydrogen sulfide is get oxidized to sulfur plus 2 electron. So hydrogen sulfide get oxidized to sulfur. So is this oxidation is, okay, carried out by what? An oxidizing agent, that is potassium permanganate. So we can say here potassium permanganate oxidizes hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Okay. So if we consider the net equation, say whatever the oxygen atoms released in the first half equation will be consumed in the second half equation. So 2KMnO4 plus 3H2SO4 plus 5HTS gives rise to K2SO4 plus 2MnSO4 plus 8H2O. Okay, 3 plus 5, so 8H2O plus 5 sulfur. Okay, well, next one is the potassium permanganate oxidizes potassium nitrite KNO2 to potassium nitrate KNO3. Okay, well, we look at the reaction. K2SO 2KMnO4 plus 3H2SO4 gives rise to K2SO4, 2MnSO4, 3H2O plus 5O is the one common equation. Now 5 moles of KNO2, 5 moles of potassium nitrite, okay, potassium nitrate on reaction with what? 5 moles of oxygen gives rise to 5 KNO3. So potassium nitrate is get oxidized to potassium nitrate. Okay, well, now if you consider the net equation, 2 KMnO4, 3H2SO4, 5 KNO2 potassium nitrite gives rise to, so K2SO4, 2MnSO4, 3H2O, okay, 5 KNO3. So here potassium nitrite is get oxidized to potassium nitrate. Well, next equation, oxidation of ferrous sulfate. So ferrous sulfate, here iron is present in which state? Fe, ferrous sulfate. So iron present in a +2 state. Ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate, Fe2SO4 taken twice, ferric sulfate. So in ferric sulfate, what about iron? Yes, iron present in a +3 state, which means oxidation of ferrous to ferric takes place. Who is going to oxidize here? A potassium permanganate. It acts as an oxidizing agent. It oxidizes ferrous salt to ferric salt, or you can say ferrous ion to ferric ion, Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. Well, we look at the reactions here. So 2 KMnO4 plus 3H2SO4 gives rise to K2SO4, 2MnSO4, 3H2O plus 5 nascent oxygen. Now, say here 10 moles of FeSO4 ferrous sulfate plus 5 moles of H2SO4 plus 5 nascent oxygens gives rise to, say, 5 Fe2SO4 taken twice plus 5 H2O. So what happened here? Ferrous sulfate is get converted into ferric sulfate. Now if you think of balancing equation, yes, so oxygen will be cancelled here, remaining 2 KMnO4 plus 8 H2SO4, okay, plus 10 FeSO4 gives rise to K2SO4, 2 MnSO4, 5 Fe2SO4 taken twice plus 8 H2O, 3 plus 5, 8 H2O. Okay, yes, potassium permanganate oxidizes ferrous salt to ferric salt is the equations. Well, then next one, oxidation of, or you can say oxidizing properties of potassium permanganate in a neutral medium. So in neutral medium, so that is say consider water. So KMnO4, 2 KMnO4 plus H2O gives rise to 2 KOH plus 2 MnO2 plus 3 nascent oxygens. So in neutral medium, there will be liberation of 3 moles of oxygen atoms. So MnSO4, manganese sulfate plus 3H2O plus 3 nascent oxygens gives rise to MnO2 plus 3H2SO4 is the one reaction. So in neutral medium, manganese MnSO4, manganese sulfate is get oxidized to manganese dioxide, MnO2 plus 3 moles of sulfuric acid. Okay, well, then so if you consider the second here, what is the oxidation state of manganese? MnSO4, MnSO4, manganese present in what? Mn present in +2 state, right? So is get converted into MnO2, manganese dioxide. Here what is the oxidation state? Mn is present in +4 oxidation state, which means what happened here? Mn2 get oxidized to Mn4 plus. Mn2 plus get oxidized to Mn4 plus. That's what we said. it shows the oxidizing nature in neutral medium also. Then regarding second equation, so 2KOH plus H2SO4, okay, gives rise to K2SO4 plus 2H2O, right? Then further 2KMnO4 plus 3MnSO4 plus 2O2 gives rise to K2SO4 plus 2H2SO4 plus 5MnO2, which means we say even in neutral medium it shows the oxidizing nature. Well, coming to the uses of potassium permanganate, a potassium permanganate is widely used as a Bayer's reagent. Okay, potassium permanganate is used as a Bayer's reagent. What it is? It is the alkaline potassium permanganate. What it is? Bayer's reagent is nothing but it is an alkaline solution of potassium permanganate. What is the purpose? Yes, the purpose of this reagent is used for detecting presence of unsaturation in organic compounds. That is the presence of double or triple bond can be identified with the help of Bayer's reagent. So is the one use. Okay. Well, potassium permanganate is used in the form of Bayer's reagent. For what? In the detection of presence of unsaturation in a organic compounds. Well, second one, in volumetric analysis for the estimation of ferrous salts, oxalic acid, hydrogen peroxide, etc. Okay, in volumetric analysis, if I consider its oxidizing nature, yes, in volumetric analysis it can be used for the estimation of ferrous salt, oxalic acid, hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen sulfide, etc. Okay, so is the second use in volumetric analysis. Okay, well, then third one, as oxidizing agent in industries as well as in laboratory. So potassium permanganate can be used as a well-known oxidizing agent in various industries as well as in laboratories. Okay, well, next one, as a disinfectant, potassium permanganate, that is alkaline solution of potassium permanganate, can be used as a disinfectant and for detecting halides in qualitative analysis. So potassium permanganate can also be used in the detecting halides in qualitative analysis. Yes, see here, if you consider the MnO4 2 minus, what is the ion? Potassium manganate ion. What is the oxidation state of Mn here? If you consider oxidation state, say MnO4 2 minus, say X. So X plus 4 into each oxygen minus 2 is equal to net charge minus 2. So X minus 8 is equal to minus 2. So X is equal to 8 minus 2. So X equal to plus 6, which means in potassium manganate, what is the oxidation state of manganese? It is the plus 6. Plus 6 is unstable. Okay, well, now when treated with the acids, potassium manganate when treated with the acids, say 4H plus, gives rise to 2MnO4 minus. MnO4 minus, right? Here MnO4 minus. So again consider the X. We don't know the oxidation state of manganese. So X plus how many oxygens? 4 oxygens into the bracket minus 2 is equal to net charge minus 1. So X minus 8 is equal to minus 1. So X is equal to 8 minus 1. So X is equal to plus 7. So here manganese, what we said, is a plus 7 state. So for Mn, plus 7 is a D0 configuration. D0 configuration, so it will be more stable. Therefore, we say here what happened, potassium manganate is get oxidized to potassium permanganate. Okay. So which is more stable, gives rise to potassium permanganate and MnO2. So in MnO2 what? Manganese present in plus 4 oxidation state, plus 2H2O. Okay. Well, then coming to the MCQs. The first one, potassium permanganate is used as, KMnO4 is used as a oxidizing agent, reducing agent, redox reagent, okay, all of the above. Yes, potassium permanganate is used as what? Is used as a oxidizing agent. So option first is correct. Well, the next question, what is used for detecting unsaturation in organic compound? How unsaturation in organic compound can be detected? What is used? Which compound is used? Option A, KMnO4. Option B, alkaline KMnO4. C, acidified KMnO4. D, alcoholic KMnO4. Yes, it is It is the alkaline potassium permanganate. What is the name of the reagent? Bayer's reagent, which is used for detecting unsaturation in organic compounds. What it is? It is the alkaline potassium permanganate. Okay. Well, next question. What is Bayer's reagent? So alkaline potassium permanganate, acidified hydrochloric acid, solution of barium sulfate, HCl plus KNO3 in 2:1 proportions. Yes, what is the Bayer's reagent? It is the alkaline potassium permanganate. Okay. Well, option A is correct. Next one. Complete the following reaction. 2KMnO4 plus 3H2. So if I consider reaction of potassium permanganate with the hydrogen. So what are the product formed here? So option A, KOH plus MnO2 plus H2O. Option B, 3KOH plus 3MnO2 plus 5H2O. Then option C, 2KOH plus 2MnO2 plus 2H2O. Then option D, 4KOH plus 4MnO2 plus 9H2O. So we have to think of balancing the equation. 2KMnO4 plus 3H2, right? How many hydrogens here? 6 hydrogens. So 1 plus 3, only 3 hydrogen, not balanced. 3 hydrogen plus 5 to the 10, 13 hydrogens, not balanced. 2 hydrogen plus 2 hydrogens, 2 to the 4, how many? 6 hydrogens, plus 4 hydrogens, 9 to the 18, 18 plus 4, 22 hydrogens. Okay, so it is also not balanced. Here how many? 3 hydrogens. It is also not balanced. So what is the equation? Equation C. That is 2KOH plus 2MnO2 plus how many? 2H2O. So think of other elements also. 2K is balanced. Okay, Mn, how many Mn? 2 Mn is balanced. Oxygen atoms, 4 to the 8 oxygens. So 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, 8. So answer option C is correct. Okay. Then coming to the next one, complete the following reaction. 2MnO2 plus 2KOH plus potassium chlorate, KClO3, regarding preparations, right? Well, product K2MnO4 plus KNO2 plus H2O, 2KMnO4 plus KCl plus H2O, 2KMnO4 plus 2 K2MnO4 plus 2CO2. The last one, 2 K2MnO4 plus 2H2O. So yes, what is the option? Say Cl. 2 KMnO4 plus KCl plus H2O is the answer. Okay. Well, so with this I am going to conclude about this session. Again in the next session we go for other concept. Thank you. Be safe.